Caduceus, you look out for a second and look up. And you see like a hawk, or like a bird of prey. It seems almost with the wingspan.
Oh my god!
And it gets bigger.
That's a problem.
And bigger. You guys all glance up, and from what you can see, it appears to be some sort of a bird. Not in good health. A lot of the feathers have been pulled or plucked from its body, and other elements of it are discolored and dark. But as it begins to swoop into a dive, you get a sense of the immensity of it. That wingspan, you're like, oh, that's like a 20-foot, 30, that's like a 40-foot wingspan. Or bigger. And at which point, you see the bugbears pick up and bolt. As they begin running, heading eastward in the same direction you were. They're about maybe 120 feet north of where you are. They begin charging in that direction. The rain's still battering down. You can still make out barely the ship as it swoops down, parallel to where you guys are. Giant talons reach out, grasp into one of the bodies and pulls it up. You hear the bugbear screaming as the talons kind of tear it in half in its grasp. As it picks up in the air, you watch as it kind of brings one half of its body up into its beak and begin to slurp it down into its large, sharpened maw. It picks up the other piece kind of its body, it tends to draw and pull out. You feel some of its, or you see some of its innards still tangled in the claw, kind of yanked out. The rest as the legs fall and plummet to the ground. They keep shouting, "Run! Run!" And they're just charging. What are you guys doing?
Where are they running? To the river? Or away
they're
from
running
it?
towards the river.
Let them be the bait.
Yeah, does the creature see us at all?
You don't know.
I don't know.
There's no grass, it's just an open plain?
Yeah, is there any rock coverage?
There's a ways from you right now where you can see maybe 200 feet ahead of you what looks to be a little bit of rock.
Amazing.
Yes. Right now, there are bits of dried, I want to say, grass that go about a foot off the ground.
How far away is the river?
The river's probably another 3 hours of travel.
Oh.
Okay.
We could just lay down and try to hide in the grass.
Sure.
I'm not against that.
Sure, let's do it.
With our cloaks over us.
You can certainly try.
Ooh.
I'm going to cast Major Image and create a large hairy mastodon and send it in the direction of the bugbears away from us.
Okay. So what's the DC on that one?
Major Image. It just has.
Oh no, it's not a saving throw. It just has to see if it can discern it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Against your spell save DC.
So it is still
16.
DC.
Yeah.
16?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. All right. As it picks up and they're screaming, it gets up about maybe another 80 or 90 feet off the ground. After picking it up and just kind of coasting above, it climbs to another 150 or so feet up in the air. Glances down. Its head turns towards the direction of the mastodon that you've created. Goes into another dive towards claws open. You hear the bird-like shriek as it swoops in and passes through this mastodon. Angry, it pulls back up, its feet kind of skidding into the mud, carving these giant grooves into the ground ahead of it. It rights itself and picks back up and begins to turn around to make a second turn towards it. Are you guys staying put? Are you moving?
We're hauling ass, right?
No,
or no, we're laying flat.
We're laying flat.
We're laying flat. Sure.
Okay. So you guys all lay flat.
Yeah. I'm picturing like the hobbits and more.
Okay. You have to roll a new stealth check because you did cast a spell.
18. We have, so 28.
Well, how long does Pass Without Trace last?
Oh. Yeah,
18.
I didn't say I recast it, so. It lasts for an hour.
Lasts for an hour?
Oh, wait. Let me check. It might only be 10 minutes. No, I think it's an hour.
I think it's an hour too. Double check.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been
an hour.
It's been a few hours. Have you been casting it along the way?
Yes.
How many spell slots do you have to cast it?
17.
3.
3? You wouldn't have enough to keep it at this point, unfortunately.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's just a straight stealth roll for you.
18.
18? Okay.
And I'll also cast a spell. I'll cast Silent Image and make another mastodon running the opposite direction.
Okay. For the rest of you who are stealthing, because the spell did wear off, I do need to do stealth checks from everybody to try and keep away from its sight and see if its distraction maintains itself.
18.
All right.
15.
30.
14.
20.
Okay. So, it swoops up the rest of you, kind of jump down and get low as far as you can to the ground and kind of getting the rest of the cloak bundled over. The bugbears keep running. It curves around, sees the other mastodon. Does not seem tempted by that one. That was a natural 20. As it spins back, however, still focused on the one, swoops down, and this time it's going to go into a full assault, not try and pick up and leave with it. It's going to come down, claws ready, and it passes through, its talons slipping into the mud now. The rain that's been barreling down has caused this to come like a minor quagmire, and it kind of just skids for a second. Its massive bird form just scooting and through, driving this huge wedge in the ground as it stumbles for a minute and stops and spins around angrily, looking at it, and it steps forward and brings its talon up and bites towards it, and it's just passing through the mastodon. It's not even interested in yours. Sure. But it does give time for the bugbears to continue to escape. You guys are just held in place there. It does turn and look in your direction a little bit.
I'm gonna hold the spell.
It just kind of... It definitely knows the mastodon's not real now.
Sure. That's what it says.
Takes back off up in the air. At this, seeing it now amongst the ground, its wingspan probably fits more in the like 60-foot tip-to-tip range.
Amazing.
747.
If it comes close to us, if it looks like it has spotted us, I'm going to hold a spell.
Yeah.
Happy.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same.
Scoots around, looks.
I'm gonna hold guiding bolt just in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna pray.
2.
Ayun, of course.
Okay. You watch as it takes a moment to pass through the field and looks back towards the bugbears and just takes off in their direction.
Hey, it's good now. It's farther from us.
Can one of you control it and tell it to fly us to the town?
I could politely ask it.
Mordor?
I have Charm Monster.
Oh, you do?
You could.
Yeah, but if I fail, I
Yeah.
get ripped into pieces. 100 and
We
something
would
feet in
definitely
the air.
protect you, Ford.
Huh?
We would protect you.
Against Rodan, I'm not so sure. What is that anyway?
It's a rock.
Rock, man. From season 1.
Right.
It's not a healthy rock. It's a Xhorhasian rock. It's a different
It's a different
breed.
kind of
Yeah.
rock.
Alt rock.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I
That
give
was
it- I'll
so
give it-
good.
I'll give it-
That was so
Dumb,
good.
that was dumb.
Gotta give it.
No,
You
that-
gotta
It's a good
give it.
kind of dumb. You get points for that.
Yep.
You watch as it takes off in the distance, and you can vaguely hear the muffled screams as this hunting party of bugbears are probably torn asunder. You see it's hard to miss. Its shape like dives down a few times before it eventually, you watch as it takes off back in the direction it came. It just glides overhead, this massive airplane-like shadow across the clouded sky above you. You all kind of stay still. And it continues heading back towards the Ashkeeper Peaks. You can just barely make in its claws below what looks to be one bugbear per claw.